Life starts out with him apologizing for being quiet on social media. Says he's enjoying his life. And asked everyone if they missed Love Island.
Yeah, sorry everyone. Been a bit quiet on social media. Just enjoying my life. Everyone missing Love Island yet?
Someone asked him what he's been up to in LA and he responded with this.
What have I been up to in LA? Just, not much. Just, yeah, making moves.
He then talked about what he's been up to since leaving the villa.
What have I been up to since leaving the villa? So, we had the live final screening, went home to see the fam, then come back down, went on a night out with Casey and Tom, the fucking madheads, and then, what do we have? Reunion. And then back home to LA.
This is his response when asked who his favorite lucky girl was.
Who's my favourite Lecky girls? Love them all. They're all great. Great little group going on there.
He then was asked if he'd go on any other shows.
Scott, are you wanting to go on any other shows? Oh, fuck. We'll see.
When asked what was next for him, he said this.
What's next for you, Scott? Tune in, people. Just tune in.
They asked him again about LA and this is how he responded.
How much longer am I in LA for? You'll all see. You will all see.
He also revealed that he's going back to football.
Yeah, I am going back to football, eventually. Once this all blows over.
He then was asked about the Staying Relevant podcast episode that Katie was on, where she said Scott and Mehdi had an argument and then Sam said apparently Scott clicked his fingers at producers. This was Scott's response to that.
Did I see the podcast about me and Mehdi? Yes, I did see the podcast. So, the argument with Mehdi, that's true about the food. The food was shit that day, and I was fuming. So that's true. What Katie said is fully bang on. What Sam said, load of shit. Apparently I got on with all the producers. I got told off about once in the entire time I was in there. So, listen, Sam's meant to work for Love Island. He might need to get his sources a little bit better.
He then talked about how often the boys would get haircuts in the villa.
Who gave you a haircut in the villa? We had a barber that come in every 2 weeks and, yeah, give us a trim. A few different ones. One of them was decent. One of them gave me the worst trim ever. And obviously, Ty decided to fuck up my hairline as well. It was a funny moment, though. It was a funny moment in the villa. It's so funny, the fact that they aired it.
He then was asked about his opinions on the Love Island winners.
Opinions on Love Island winners? Listen, the four couples that got to the final, they all deserved it. Was what it was. They all had a shout. They all had different journeys.
When asked if he got along with Ty, this was his response.
What's your relationship like with Ty? Good. I got on with all of them. There's no one who I do not get on with in that villa. I get on with every single one of them. They're all good people. You live in a villa, so you're obviously going to have arguments. Ours are just on camera. It's like when you're arguing with your mates. You have arguments with your mates, but yeah, ours are on camera, so.
He then gives his thoughts on Love Island USA.
What's on Love Island USA? It's a good show.
He then said he hasn't watched his episodes of Love Island.
Any on-air arguments that we didn't see? I don't know. I haven't actually watched it back, so I don't know. Honestly, when you live it, you cannot be asked to watch it back. How long was it? 6 weeks. 6 weeks, every single day in that villa, and you could probably all tell towards the end, oh, that was me. My journey was done.
They asked him his opinion on Tariq and Whitney's song, and he said this.
Opinions on the Ty and Whit song. I want to see it. I want to see the full version. I see what they got. See where it gets in the charts.
He then talked about the song he sang during the talent show.
What did you all think of my talent show? A little rendition of Emily Sandé. Because I thought it was crap, to be honest, but it was so bad. This is how it went down, though. I did not want to sing that song, but they have to get whatever song you sing cleared around the world. And that's the only song they could get cleared in time. So that was me absolutely butchering Emily Sandé. Yeah.
He then talked about how he knew what time it was on his phone.
What time do you wake up? I don't know. I have no idea. Then again, actually, no, I tell a lie. I can actually tell the truth now. I knew that my phone, you know the phones we had, I knew that my phone was 8 hours behind the actual time in the day. Obviously, you can never say that to anyone because you got your mic on and they'll just change the time on your phone. But yeah, so I sort of knew the time of day. And yeah, the Casa night, we went to bed at 6:30 and woke up at about 12.
He spoke a bit of Dutch.
Can I say something in Dutch? Hoe gaat het met jou? Means how are you?
He finally responds to a question that was asking about Catherine. This was his response.
Obviously, I'm going to ignore every Catherine question. Come on now.
He then talked about his edit and how he wasn't being bullied like everyone thought he was.
Do I think I got a bit of a saint edit? Yeah, definitely. I'm going to be honest with you, I got a bit of a saint edit. At no point in there was I being bullied by anyone. I got on with everyone. If you ever see me on your own, it's because I wanted to be on my own, not because the boys were excluding me. I got on with all of them.
He was asked if he's seen Love Island before.
Have you ever watched any other Love Island season? Yes, I have. I've watched Love Island quite a bit. And I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not going to pretend that I've never seen Love Island before, because I have seen Love Island before. Who hasn't? The whole country's seen Love Island before.
He talked about what happened before the recouplings.
How often did you have to you never retook scenes. The only time was when you got called to the fire pit for a recoupling or a dumping, and you had to sit in a certain order. So you'd go to the fire pit, you'd sit down, and then the voice would tell you what order to sit, and then you'd have to go back to the place that you were already sitting in before you got called to the fire pit, and then you'd go from there to the order that you'd just been put in.
Someone asked him again about the podcast episode where Katie said Scott and Mehdi had an argument. This is what he said.
Did me and Mehdi beef? Well, we did, but not to the extent that Katie said. It was a tiny little argument because there was no protein in the food, and the only thing that was substantial was pizza, and I don't like cheese, so I was fuming. I was like, what am I meant to do? Not eat? Like, as if that was a bad thing for me to complain about not being able to eat. So yeah, there was a little to do with me and Mehdi, but me and Mehdi are fine. Like, absolutely fine.
Someone asked him about Jess.
What's my opinions on Jess? Lovely girl. Absolutely lovely girl. Heart of an angel.
He shared some of his favorite Love Island moments.
What's my favourite Love Island moment? What were the funny ones in my season? Can't even think off the top of my head. I remember Mehdi throwing an orange out the villa. That was quite funny. Mal at the heart rate challenge. Oh my god, that was so much funnier in person. Just because she kept like walking around the fire pit, and like we were expecting her to like dance on one of us, and she just kept like walking around the fire pit, just going like that to him. And then she threw the whip around, and she nearly hit Zach in the eye. Oh, so funny.
He talked about the pillow wall between him and Amber.
Yeah, does anyone want the story of the pillow wall, by the way? Me and Amber got into bed one night and there was just randomly a pillow in the middle of us, and we made a joke about it, so I was like, fuck it, and put another pillow on top. So the pillow wall was my idea. Let's just get that out there. And then we just kept with it.
He was asked again what he was doing in LA.
Why am I in LA? You'll all find that out soon. You will. You'll find it out soon. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, Jesus.
He talks about what happened when they woke up.
Would you ever sleep in the villa? No. You wake up in the villa and the lights are brighter than this, and you've got a massive voice that says, "Good morning, Islanders. Please put your mics on at the end of the bed." And trust me, there's no sleeping in.
He talked about his favorite challenge.
What was your favourite challenge? Ooh, heart rate challenge, probably. Yeah, defo the heart rate challenge. That was brilliant. I think you all enjoyed that just as much as I did.
He talked about how they measured everyone's hearts during that challenge.
Does that actually measure your heart rate? Basically, you're wearing like a watch, and you're wearing a heart rate monitor around your chest. And yeah, they get it from that. So yeah, that's how it's known.
He reveals who the lover boy of the villa was.
Cutest guy on Love Island. Do you want to know who the biggest lover boy was? Which you could probably already tell. All have a guess who I'm about to say the biggest lover boy on Love Island was. Would I do Love Island again? Yes, I would. I enjoyed it. I don't know why people think I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed every moment of it. Towards the end it got a bit boring, but that was it. No. Not Ty. You're all thinking too close to the final here. It was actually Montel. Montel, yeah. Someone just said Montel, yeah.
He answered the question, "What's one food you dislike that people love?" His response to that left me shocked.
What food do you dislike so much that people love? Pizza. I do not like pizza.
He talked about the news he missed that surprised him.
What's the news you missed that surprised you most when you got out of the villa? Something about a submarine and Titanic. I didn't know anything about that. And I got my phone back and Twitter was called X. They were the biggest ones, and obviously there was a lot of football stuff as well, but yeah, didn't know anything. Got out of the villa and I was talking to one of the guys that worked there, and he was telling me all the news from the outside world for the last 6 weeks. It was the most surreal moment. I knew nothing.
He talked about Casa and his decision to end things with Catherine.
Who told you to end it with Catherine? Just me. My pride was hurt, so yeah. Thought I'm not gonna try and go back because, yeah, just felt mugged in that moment, but it was what it was. It's all intense in there. It's all really intense. You look back at things now and you're like, why did I react like that, or why did I do that?
He talked about his favorite past Love Island series.
Favourite past LI series? What was a good one? Do you know what? Season 8 was good. I liked last summer's. Season 5 was good. Was that the one with Tommy and Molly and that? And season 3, Kem, Amber, that was a funny one.
He talked about the heart rate challenge again.
Who did I think did the best in the heart rate challenge? Who was really good? Leah was really good. Kat was good. Mal was just funny. It was so funny.
He said his favorite artist.
Favorite artist? To be honest, I like a lot of American rap. Lil Baby, Drake, Gunna, the usual. But I like a bit of everything, to be honest. I like a little bit of house, a little bit of the old songs, a bit of Oasis back in the day. Everything, to be honest. If I'm drunk enough, I could listen to anything apart from techno and heavy metal. Can't do either of them.
He picks between Messi and Ronaldo.
Messi or Ronaldo? Messi, no debate at all. Messi, greatest ever.
He mentions In-N-Out Burger.
Have I tried In-N-Out Burger? Yes, I have. I've already had a conversation about this. In-N-Out Burger is not all that. Sorry to everyone from LA. It is not all that. The chips taste like cardboard. Or the fries, you call it. The burger was good. No, the In-N-Out Burger's good. Just the fries. Just not as good as you will make it out to be.
He talks about his Love Island photo.
Opinions on my Love Island photo. Oh my God. It is the worst photo. They do you so dirty. So dirty on the Love Island photo. I'm sure you can all see. Like that's the first impression that everyone has of you before you go into the villa. No one's impressed by that. No one gets impressed by them Love Island photos.
He talked about what caught his eye about Leah and who he liked when he first went in.
What caught my eye about Leah? So when I went in, so Leah went in after I lost my phone, so I had no contact with my sister or anything. After, losing my phone, so they had not spoke to her about Leah or anything. But yeah, I liked Leah and Kat when I first went in.
He said what the worst challenge was.
What was the worst challenge? Oh, the little boat race one we did. It was absolutely roasting all day. And we just sat there. Like, honestly, it took about 2-3 hours. Nearly dead after it.
He talks about his mental health.
How is my mental health? Good. At no point has my mental health been anything other than good. Even when I was in the villa. Thank you all for looking out for me, but yeah, I was sound. Don't worry about me.
Says producers never told him what to say.
Do producers tell you what one line to say? No. No, none of that's... They don't tell you anything to say on that, no. Any iconic moment, which I said, just come from me. You're not told to say anything.
He talked again about how people thought he was being bullied.
I was just chilling and people were saying I was being bullied. Listen, I love everyone looking out for me. I'm not thinking with that, but no, I wasn't being bullied in there. It was, it's a 1 hour show. It's a 1 hour show, but there's actually 24 hours in the day where, like you have lunch and dinner with all these people, like these are your mates. So yeah, probably not even an hour, is it? About 45 minutes with the adverts. So yeah, no, I definitely was not being bullied in there. No, that's never been me to get bullied. But yeah, I do appreciate everyone looking out for me.
He talked about Whitney and Locken.
When am I meeting Whitney? I'm going to meet Whitney and Locken when I get back. I love Locken. I love Whitney. When I get back, a few weeks.
He says his favorite all-time Islander.
Favourite all-time Love Islander? That is a question and a half. Davide was funny. He was funny last year. Who else was good? Who else brought drama? Anna back in the day. Anna was funny.
He explains the photos that they took of him with Paige Turley.
Am I dating Paige Turley? No, see the photo, I may as well address this now. The photo with me and Paige Turley. So we were at the live final screen and she was singing there and we all stayed in the same hotel. So I walked down to reception and she was sitting in reception and we both walked out to, she had a taxi waiting outside and I had a taxi waiting outside and we both walked out at the same time. Suddenly we were papped and yeah, that was what it was, but no.
This was his response to what's the biggest thing that's surprised him since leaving the villa.
What's the biggest thing that surprised you since leaving the villa? How invested people are in your life. So invested. Not that I'm complaining. I love it. Wherever you go, whatever you do.
He talked about Love Island USA again.
Who's my favourite from the current US season? I watched... They all come back from Casa last night. What that Cassie said was good. I like that Cassie.
He talked about Reddit.
Avoid Reddit, yeah. I've heard about Reddit. I have avoided Reddit. Right, everyone, I'm going to love you and leave you. Listen to me, I've been on live for about 45 minutes here. Yeah. No, I'm not answering.